Welcome back, digital media students. This is the last video in this 3-part OBS series. In this video, we will be building a few scenes together so you can learn about all the different sources and additional things you can do with them. We will be building 3 types of scenes in this video. The first scene we'll be building is a news reporter scene with 1 reporter. In the second scene, we'll be building a news reporter scene with 2 reporters. In the third scene, we'll be building a screen share scene. To begin building scenes, let's first create a new scene collection by clicking the Scene Collection button on the toolbar at the top. Scene collections allow you to store all of your sources for specific projects together instead of having them all cluttered together. You can name your collection whatever you would like. By default, we already have 1 scene created. Let's rename this scene One News Reporter by right-clicking on the name and selecting the Rename option from the menu. Now let's go over to the Scenes section. Hit the plus symbol and select the image option from the list of sources. We're going to name this image News Background and then hit OK. At the end of the image file box, click the Browse button and locate the background file you would like to use on your computer. Let's add another source. This time, we will select Media Source, since the news reporter will more than likely be sourced from a pre-recorded file on your computer. We're going to name this media source News Reporter. Now hit OK. At the end of the local file box, click the Browse button and locate the file you would like to use on your computer. Now hit OK. Let's key out the green screen behind the news reporters. Right-click on the news reporter source on either your video canvas or sources menu and select the Filters option. In the Effect Filter section, hit the plus symbol and select the Color Key effect from the list. Slide the Similarity slider to the right until you achieve the look you want, then hit the Close button. Now we're going to add the live logo to the corner. Let's add another source. We're going to select the Image Source option and name it Live Logo. At the end of the image file box, click the Browse button and locate the file you would like to use on your computer. We're going to resize the image by dragging the corner. Now we're just going to readjust the positioning and it's all set. To finish off the scene, we will add some breaking news scrolling text at the bottom of the screen. To do this, let's create a color source and rename it to Breaking News Background. Choose whichever color you think would best fit your layout. We will hold down Shift and drag the edges, not the corners, to resize it. Then we will reposition it. Next, under Sources, we will add a text source, and we will name it Breaking News Text. The text is going to say Breaking News, but to ensure it spans across the whole screen without any blank space, we need to make sure we have lots of text. So we're just going to copy and paste the Breaking News text a few times. Make sure there's an extra space at the beginning or the end of your text or it will mash together with the next repeating section. Once we have our text filled out, choose a font, color, and size and hit OK. Now we just need to reposition the text, and then we will add the scroll effect by right-clicking on the text source on either your video canvas or sources menu and select the Filters option. At the bottom of the Filters screen, hit the plus sign and from the menu select the Scroll option. Set your horizontal scroll speed to 50 and hit Close. We have now completed our first scene. Let's move on to the next one. To add another scene, hit the plus button on the Scenes menu. We're going to name this scene 2 News Reporters. In this scene, we will be adding 2 news reporters instead of 1. Let's start by going back to our previous scene and copying and pasting the news background, live logo, breaking news background, and breaking news text sources into this scene. We're now halfway done with this scene. Let's add in a new source. We will use a media source for the first reporter. Name this source Reporter Left or Reporter 1 and hit OK. Now browse your computer for the file you wish to use and hit OK. We want to make this reporter smaller so both of the reporters can fit side by side on screen. Let's resize and make the reporter smaller. Now let's crop the size a little bit to remove all the extra space. We can do this by right-clicking the source and selecting the Transform option, and increase the crop values on the left and right sides. Repeat the process and add another news reporter on the other side of the screen, and the scene will be complete. Our third scene is going to be different than the rest. I'm going to be showing you how to share a program or game to your stream. I just want to quickly note beforehand this can be tricky with some computers, and if you're having trouble sharing your screen or program, then you should check your graphics settings. I'll leave a link in the description with more information. To start the scene, we will add a background image to give our screen share some depth. Add an image source and name it Screen Share Background and hit OK. At the end of the image file box, hit the Browse button and locate the image you would like to use on your computer. Next, we will add a border for our screen share to separate it from the background. Let's add another image source and name it Screen Share Border and hit OK. Hit the Browse button and locate the image you would like to use on your computer. We're going to talk about three sources real quick: window capture, game capture, and display capture. Window capture and game capture work in a similar way in which they will share specific windows or applications to your stream. The display capture option will share your entire screen to the stream. In this example, I will be sharing my Google Chrome browser. To do this, I will create a window capture source and name it Google Chrome Browser. In the window dropdown, I'm going to select the option that has the chrome.exe in brackets next to its name. The last thing we need to do in this scene is put the border on top of the screen share or adjust the sizing to make sure it covers the perimeter and there's no blank space. Do this by putting the screen share border image above the Google Chrome browser source in the Sources section. The layers in OBS work the same way as layers in Photoshop, Illustrator, and Premiere Pro. The layer highest on the list is what's shown in front. Also, adjust the sizing by dragging the corner or shift dragging the edges. Once you're done, your scene is completed. Our scenes are now complete, but the transitions could be a little more exciting. Let's export in our own custom transitions. To do this, we will hit the plus button in the Transitions section and select the Stinger option. Then hit Browse and find the video file you would like to use on your computer. I will leave a link in the description for a great tutorial on how to make your own custom transitions using After Effects. If you would like to apply different transitions to each scene, right-click on the scene name in the Scenes section and select the Transition Override option from the menu. Then select the transition you would like to use when switching to that scene. Before we finish the video, I want to show you how you can monitor your voiceovers and separate your audio tracks for your recordings. To do this, we will hover over the Mixer section and right-click anywhere or click on one of the setting icons and then select the Advanced Audio Properties option. A window will appear with all the audio sources in the scene. You can toggle the different tracks they are on to the right. In the middle of the window, you can toggle the audio monitoring options. To hear your audio through your headset and output to the recording, select the Monitor and Output option. To finish configuring the section, head to the OBS Settings menu and navigate to the Output tab. In the Recordings tabs, put a check mark next to the audio track so you have audio outputting to. If you are interested in taking your streams to the next level, or if you are a regular YouTube or Twitch streamer, then you should check out the features Streamlabs OBS has to offer, which can also be imported into OBS Studio. Streamlabs OBS is very similar but allows you to add follower goals, donation counters, and more, allowing you to be more interactive with your audience. Well, digital media students, I have shown you everything you'll need to know to build a great stream for your viewers. Good luck and happy streaming.